Today, in our Ask a Scientist segment, we'll be hearing from Dr. Amanda Rodewald answering questions about her research on how birds are impacted by air pollution.
My name is Deepmith, and I'm from San Diego, California. I really enjoyed reading about your research, but I have a few questions. My first question is, why did the EPA's nitrogen oxides trading program affect larger birds like ducks, geese, and herons less? Have these birds adapted better to deal with air pollution?
Hello, my name is Amanda Rodewald, and I'm a professor and also direct the Center for Avian Population Studies at the Cornell Lab of Ornithology. We aren't really sure why it is that larger bodied birds like ducks and geese and herons seem to be affected less by ozone pollution than smaller bodied birds. One possibility is that the two different groups of birds have different physiologies. We know certainly they have different sizes, different energetic needs, and migratory patterns, and all of those can affect their vulnerability to air pollution. So, for example, small-bodied birds often have higher metabolisms, and that can actually increase the demands on the respiratory system relative to species that have much lower metabolisms. We also know that the timing of migration can differ. Ducks and geese tend to migrate later in the fall when ozone levels are lower compared to many of the songbirds and long-distance migrants that are making a lot of those journeys during the summer months when ozone usually is at its highest level in and around urban areas. There also might be different indirect effects of ozone on those two groups. So most land birds consume insects for all or part of the year. And we know that ozone can damage plants and also reduce insect abundance. There's other evidence that also suggests that ozone might cause soil and water to become more acidic. And so that can affect the nutritional value of foods as well as reduce the calcium that might be available for birds and their eggs. So again, we don't really know why we're seeing differences in the associations between different groups of birds with ozone pollution, but we can look to what we know from the ecological and biological literature for different clues.
To find out more about Dr. Rodewald's research on birds and air pollution, check out the article adapted by Science Journal for Kids titled, "How Does Reducing Air Pollution Help Birds?"